What's up, Hippo lovers? Age of Empires 4 got a new patch, the February patch, pretty early in the month. And good news first, animation cancelling is gone. Lots of people complained about that, especially the pro scene absolutely hated it. You could use it to a really high standard. For everyone who doesn't know what it is, basically a unit attacks, then waits before it can attack again. But in Age of Empires 4 we had the scenario that it could attack, you slightly moved a bit and you could attack again. So it was hit, 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 instead of the typical hit, wait, and hit. And this is gone now. Was really annoying and kind of changed the game balance quite a bit. So really happy that that one is gone. Long list here. Let's work through this one, shall we? So we also have traps now dealing better damage if they miss their target, and some bug fixes. Obviously lots of stuff is coming in. Also really big thing was that the demo ships did way too much damage in way too big radius, so that was changed. And yeah, everything should be better there. There was an upgrade. It should increase the radius by 40%, but it actually increased by 140% or something completely ridiculous, and did more damage as well. So completely nonsense. And we also have a change that scout cost got increased from 60 to 70 food. And developers giving their reasoning, not a big fan of that. I think scouts were that incredibly good because they were the unit that benefited the most from animation cancelling, in the sense that you had few units, could easily micro them, they were really strong against villagers. So I think this is actually not a necessary step. I think I would have liked to see animation cancel gone and then reconsider scouts. So I have a different opinion there. Fishing, really strong, really strong, way stronger than in other Age of Empires titles, and I think the changes make some sense. Roughly 10% change here in the gathering rate. I think it's like 13%. So you get less food from shorefish and deep fish, plus the overall fish is reduced as well. So slower gathering rate and reduced fish makes some sense. Allows for more comeback mechanics once you lose the water or the opponent got a fishing ship lead. Siege, major problem in the game, was way too strong, prominent in the late game. We barely saw units. We saw lots of games where just mass siege, some towers were put in, and yeah, nice changes there. Basically siege formation catch up. For everyone who doesn't know, like fast units and then slow units behind, and if the fast units are moving, the slow units are getting closer so that they get into that block and everyone is together. That will be a bit slower now. And cavalry gets a bonus damage, so makes lots of sense. It is intended that cavalry is the real counter to siege. Makes lots of sense. And I think there might be a typo here. Not really sure if lancers, which are not mentioned here, are actually excluded. I think since knights are there, I assume lancers are here and fire lancers are listed. So yeah, might be a small mistake. We will see about that one. And plus 10 extra damage to it, I think makes lots of sense. Yeah. Also bombard HP got reduced, and siege does more damage to ships. Makes lots of sense in my opinion. Sometimes water was just too good on maps like Confluence or the Danube River. Also, siege felt way too fast, could run away from infantry, could run away from cavalry even, so felt ridiculous, and the movement speed simply got reduced quite a bit, so you get even more punished if you're out of position. Makes lots of sense here. And now we get into the Civ-specific changes. Abbasid, advancing to the next age, 15 seconds faster. Feels kind of strong, but I think Abbasid got so little love, and they suffered a lot at early feudal age. I think makes lots of sense. Remember, they are the only civilization that cannot dictate how fast they want to advance to the next age. So I think it's a very reasonable step. Also, berries will become better for Delhi and Abbasid, as well as we increase the Dao efficiency. So it won't be an auto water loss anymore if you're Abbasid in Delhi and the opponent actually gets to proper water against you. Or you at least can fight a bit more. Also, clock tower bombards reduced as well in HP. Remember, that's 400 to 600 now instead of 408, 720. And you can't supervise the clock tower. Or all landmarks? I'm not even sure what other landmarks would be supervised. You will certainly tell me in the comments. And that is really good, because Chinese mass siege was just too crazy. Also reload drills, so those bombards don't shoot that fast. So lots and lots of changes. Chinese late game won't be that strong. I actually think Chinese might really suffer now. And I think I would have liked to see a buff for Chinese in early game. I don't know which one, but I think like completely killing them or like decreasing their strengths in late game. I think their win rate might drop quite a bit. I think I would have loved something in the early game. But okay. We also have HRE. Movement of the prelate actually increased. And inspire radius also. So prelates become better. And nothing else. Hate that. Hate that. I think we needed a change with the Regnitz Cathedral. I think reducing from 300 gold per minute to 200 gold per minute is very reasonable. This feels like ignoring how incredibly strong HRE on lots and lots of maps. So yeah, don't like that one. Don't like that one. Also Mongols. This is all the changes they get. The bounty system got reduced. That's it. You can still go full aggression with archers, with the horsemen, with your lancers, and just basically get so many units for free. Stone generation the same, still in Dark Age. I think Mongols will stay the same and will feel really strong. I would have loved to see some change in the OVO mechanic, or some change for the Khan. Not happy with that one, but I will give you a summary in the end again. Rus high armory technology changed, and then they say that they have a lot of stuff on their list. So again, relic. Probably every change was good, and that's basically what you can say. I think I said one change was bad, right? HRE, not a big fan, but everything like had made so much sense. They're thinking in the right direction. It just feels like it's a tiny bit too little. Would have felt like Mongols need to be addressed. Would have felt like HRE needs to be addressed. And I fear that Chinese, but still overall, people have to be happy. And also, there's a long list of stuff that they want to improve. You can all read that up on the official website. All the list of the bugs. Remember the community roadmap. This is also not the big spring update. So there might be something major happening within the next 2 months or whatever, however you want to define spring. Yeah, I think simply animation cancelling and demos were the major thing. That it's all addressed. Chinese siege got changed. Still, I feel like stone walls are too crazy. But overall, pretty happy hippo, I have to say. Pretty happy hippo. And if we continue with all good changes in that patch rate, I will be an even happier hippo. Goodbye.